What is going on, guys? Welcome to Barrookie. As it comes to home gyms, today we're going to ask the question, DIY or buy? Now, if we turn around and look that way, so here we see our reverse hyper. That is one of the first things that got here into this home gym, and that is completely self-made. So the reason I did that one was because I wanted to have fun, I wanted to do something, and I also thought that buying it like for 500 euros or maybe more was a way too expensive budget or way too big of a budget for just that thing. So making this thing was a no-brainer. Moving on to this thing here. Here we have a bit of a special situation. If you buy this thing, it will set you back around 200 euros if you buy a pre-made one. This thing also cost me about 200 euros. So the pricing is about the same. The fact that I made it still and I didn't bought one was the fact that I really find this one a challenging project, and I really enjoyed thinking about how I would make my own personal cable pulley machine. So that was for me a lot of fun, and that was a factor that is definitely worth looking into if you like making stuff for yourself. Why I would make this one? The fun factor and also cost, because it's about the same, so you can't go wrong with either of them. Then, moving on, turning. Whoop. Okay, so here we also have some interesting things here. I have this pegboard that was super cheap. It's like 10 euros to make. Very easy to make. Would recommend making it yourself, especially because it's some of those things that you're not going to use every day. So I suggest making it yourself. You're not going to probably use it every training session, but you're going to have a ton of fun making it, and you're going to have a ton of fun using it. Now, on the other hand, you have this rack here, which is awesome to do some stretching on, to do some human flag work on. Here you would say, okay, I can buy this or I can make this. And if you buy something like this, it will set you back like 1,000 euros, especially if you buy it from Rogue. If you make it yourself, it will also be expensive. It will be tedious because you have all these dowels that you need, and if you don't have a lathe, it will be difficult. I would suggest buying this thing secondhand because it's a lot of work to make, it's not a lot of fun to make, and there are always some schools that are just putting them away for sale for a very cheap price. And I got this one for 100 euros. So I think that was a bargain. And I got the rope with it for free. So, okay, so these were some suggestions on the things that I made and also why I made them. And that should give you some perspective on, okay, should I decide on buying it or making it myself? Some stuff that I would definitely buy from a reputable brand is a barbell and plates, because what, you're going to cast your own iron, you're going to make your own barbell? Wouldn't suggest it. I don't say it's possible, but I would recommend just buying a barbell and some plates. A power rack is something that you should decide for yourself. You can go with wood or you can buy one yourself. Or if you're very good at metal work, you can make one yourself out of metal. If you're using wood, however, make sure that you make it strong enough, because this needs to be safe, right? You're putting yourself under the weights, you want it to hold, you want it to catch the bar if it needs to. All right, so let's do a quick recap of the criteria whether you should buy stuff or not. I think the first one is costs. If you can make it a lot cheaper than you would buy it new, I would definitely make it myself. The next thing is the fun factor. If you feel like this project is going to be a ton of fun and you can learn a lot of stuff by figuring stuff out, I think go for it. The next thing is safety. Can you build something yourself that is also safe? If it's safe to make, I would definitely also make it myself. Next thing is, are you going to use it a lot? So for me, for the pegboard, for example, or the thing that I recently made was the belt squat machine. I would also just make it myself because that's something that is an accessory movement. You're not going to use it every single day. So I would also opt up for making it myself rather than buying something, because if you buy it and you barely use it, it will be a shame of your money. As it comes to equipment like a bench, a power rack, a barbell, and plates, I would suggest either buying it secondhand or buying it brand new, because it's a great investment. You can always resell it afterwards if you don't think like this takes up a lot of space, I'd rather go to the gym. You can always sell it for about the same price. Don't really lose the money, it's more like an investment. And another thing is, if you're scared of making stuff yourself, if you've never done that before, please keep in mind the reverse hyper was like my first ever project. I've never made something myself before, except for with Lego, but I don't think that is comparable. The reverse hyper was something that was decent in difficulty, but I had a ton of fun. I didn't need that much equipment either to make it. I used mainly this thing, a saw, manually, right? I don't have a drop saw. That would save me a ton of time, but I just did it manually. And the only other thing that you really need is a drill. So I got this old Makita drill from my dad. It's super old, it even has those old batteries. Don't shy away from making stuff yourself because you need a lot of tools. You really don't. You just need some guts, some working brain. Like if you can look stuff up online, you probably can make something yourself as well. And you're good to go. So I will encourage you to make stuff yourself, but think about it before you do and just have fun, okay? Welcome to the rabbit hole of home gym ownership, where you're probably going to spend more money than you thought you would because you keep on needing more stuff. Well, at least that's in my experience. But it's a ton of fun. You invest some money, you get some gains. It's just awesome. So I thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you will make something. And if you do, please hit me up on the Instagrams at Barrookie_calisthenics and I'll be happy to see your projects. So thank you so much for watching. I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Peace!